Hello everyone! Welcome! Happy Tuesday. Welcome in everybody. I'm really excited because I get to debut our very first Halloween product for this year. Well, our first Halloween product that's here for this year. And it's a doozy. It's a fun one. It took me a little longer to design and figure out than I would like, but it's perfect. Hello, Roseanne. Hello, Francie. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Glenda. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Walter. Hello, Polly. Hello, Susan. Oh, this is just a Halloween shirt. I'm so excited it's starting to get cool at night. Last night, I cuddled up with the puppies and made a cup of tea and had all the windows open. And there's one in my office. I should have brought it over, but we have these jack-o'-lanterns from the Dollar Tree of all places. Oh, you saw the ghosts last year. They'll be back this year once we change the background out. But I lit my little pumpkin and sat there with my tea and the puppies, and we watched, what did we watch? Some sort of Halloween movie, but it was really nice. It was nice. I'm ready for fall. Beyond ready for fall. So, all right. So tonight we are going to spend about an hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to explain to you what these new products are. And we're going to make a card. Maybe two, maybe one. I don't know yet. Depends on, because I want to show you a couple of different techniques with this particular product. And we'll go from there. So let's go. The Sixth Sense. Oh, it's one of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites. Oops, let me fix we got a whole lot going on here. So let me move some things out of the way here. How was everybody's day today? Good? Good day? I hope so. I hope everybody's having a good day. Long day, okay. Let's see, long day, headed to vacation. I know, that's so exciting. Okay. So let's grab our... Is the sound going in and out? Can you hear me? Well, thanks, Marlene. There was a great make and take today. There was. Okay. So we are going to be using the brand new Heart Ghost stencil set. So it is a 3-piece set. It's not going to look like much now, but, and I didn't clean this one because it didn't make sense to clean it because I'm going to be using it with an inch of its life. But this is our new layering stencil set, and I cannot wait for you to see what it looks like whenever we go ahead and start blending it. So, a lot of you, I listen, I read almost every single email that comes in. A lot of you had reservations about purchasing some of the stencils that had the etching marks on them because it was hard for you to see the etching marks. And I get that. I understand. So I've updated our layering stencils. You will see this in the future layering stencils as well, where they have these little squares. See these little squares? So I'm going to show you how those work, okay? So let's go ahead and we're gonna use this to layer up and make our cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my tape and we're just gonna place the tape right at the top and right at the bottom. What I would suggest doing is grabbing a pencil or a pen or whatever you're most comfortable with and marking the corner. See that? Mark a little square. See that in both corners? Happy birthday, Samantha. And then I'm going to take just some residual, this is just some residual ink that's on my blending tool. Because we want our ghosts to be pretty transparent, right? Okay, and then I'm going to take another blending tool and use some of the leftover blue that's on it. And just hit it a little bit from the side there. See that? Okay. Just adding a little something to it. Just a little extra oomph. Okay? Everybody with me so far? Okay, so we're going to lift this off. 1, 2, 3, go. And now look at our little spooky ghosts. Now you can stop here if you want. This could be it. This could be the end. It's up to you. But we need to add a little detail to our ghosts, right? I mean, I think we should. Because right now, you got some spooky ghosts. They're fun. But this next layer is really where we're going to get that razzle dazzle. So I'm going to grab a little bit of pixie spray and spray down my background. And again, remember to do your little wisping. And then we're going to place this down. Remember, line up your first square. And then line up your second square. It could not be easier than that. And what I like to do is I like to go in, I'm going to use a microfiber cloth for this, but I like to go in and make sure that it's all pressed down, really well. See that? See how easy that was? Now it's going to be wild because you're not going to think that let's see here. One moment, please. To make sure that's down. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Something is going on with this microphone. It's got to be something with the program. It's got to be, do you need to be a subscriber to stack the coupons? Can you hear me now? Everyone, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, my goodness. All right. Let me go ahead and grab some Raven ink and then our large blending tool. And let's go ahead and now we're going to blend in. Now you could do this where if you would like to use the like a glitter paste or a glitter with like the moons, or you could, you could separate this out. If you were using a smaller blending tool, I'm just using my larger blending tool because it gets the job done quicker across the board. And don't worry if you get any here because we're going to cut that out. Hello, Annie. Okay, good, Deb. I'm glad you guys can hear me now. All right. Go ahead and blend, blend, blend. And again, if you get outside of the lines, make sure you... it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, so we're going to let that set for just one moment. Let it set because we want that to absorb into the paper. Hello, everyone that is just joining. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad so many people are joining me tonight. Let's see here. Gonna let it soak in. Okay. So are you ready for the reveal? Are you ready for the reveal? Okay. And then we only have one more layer. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. So that adds all of our line work to... I don't know if it was, but I love the products. What happened, Tammy? I'm not sure. I think I missed what happened. So that adds the perfect little sprinkling of black to them, and it changes, it changes the whole thing very quickly, right? Very, very, very quickly. And how fun does that make our little ghosts? All right, and then we have one more layer. So this is our final layer, okay? This one we don't have to use any type of pixie spray on. There we go. Okay. And then, for this one, I think I'm going to do a little bit of Crown Me and a little bit of Roar, because those are two of my favorite Halloween colors. So we'll start down here in the corner. We'll just add in our color there. And then we're going to go in with our Crown Me. All right, are we ready for the... Now, what I'm also going to add to this is, hold on, let me go grab my sample. Bear with me one moment, because I have a swap out so you can see what it looks like dried. Let me grab my sample. Okay, now we're going to take some of the beautiful glitter glaze in Fallen Snow. Remember, this Fallen Snow... it's the picture wasn't loading. The bundle is listed on the actual website. It's under the description. So I'm going to add some of this fallen snow. Glitter glaze. Right on top of there. Okay. Yes, we're going to be using a little bit of that too on the next card. Well, next example. I don't know. Both cards may turn out to be exactly the same, just using different products. Let me grab my paper towel here. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Look at that beautiful glitter that is now in that background. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. But I'm going to also show you. No, Mary, they were not. They weren't available yet. They just became available on the live. Okay, so this is what that looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like, though, dry. So bear with me one moment. So this is what it looks like when it's dry, because when it's dry, it becomes much more glittery. Yes, we're going to talk about that black glue in a second. So those are the two that we've done so far. And can you believe this is done with a stencil? I think that's the coolest part. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. So cool. Okay. Thanks, Penny. Okay, so the codes are starting to work? I hope so. I sure hope so. Okay, so those are what they look like now. So this one I just did with just the gray background, and then this one I did with the, with like kind of the mix. And then I'll show you when you cut it out. I mean, this one I'm not going to be able to cut out right now just because the glitter glaze has to dry, but I'll show you. Let me grab my trimmer. What I do is I just trim right up along that edge, because when you trim up along this edge, you can go ahead and you can remove the squares after it's all said and done. So with this top square, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to pop that puppy out, and then you can see here. And then you can go in, you can kind of go back and forth. It's completely up to you. I mean, I know a lot of folks are probably going to go in with like a square cut, but like this is, this is what you do, and then you put your little sentiment right there. What color inks do I need to do the ghost? So I used, for the background, for the actual ghost, I used Raven ink, and then I also used the leftover residual that was on my what's the word I'm looking for? On my blending brush, and that was the no diving. And I'm gonna go pop my talk amongst yourselves for just 1 second, because I'm going. Oh, and these are the colors I used for the background. Talk amongst yourselves for just 1 second. I need to throw my stencil in some water before the glitter glaze dries. I mean, you'll probably still be able to hear me, but cleaned up. I just didn't want it to get yucky, that's all. And then we'll hang it up here to dry. All right. With my other one that I hung up here to dry that I completely forgot about. Is everybody having an okay time figuring things out and going through? I hope so. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So let me move these to the side. And now you can see how this can be cut out. Okay? See that there? And then also we have, of course, this guy as well. Isn't that cool? Love it. So let's move these to the side. That's what we're going to use to make our card. But we also have one other little thing to try, because I was like, oh my goodness, I have to try it this way. Have to try it this way. Yes, I keep an entire stationary tub next to mine. So, this has some of the Brutus Monroe. Oh, let me grab mine. Where did it go? Here it is. This has some of the Brutus Monroe finishing glaze on it. Now, it doesn't look like much now. I know that. So, let me move this. Let me plug this puppy in to get it started. Okay. So you can see here, see how that's in the background? Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to blend our, well, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to do that second. Ignore what I just said to you. I'm going to take the magical shattered glass, because I mean, come on. Tell me how perfect this would be as the ghost, because it's going to be white in the background. The codes are good until Sunday. That is our customer appreciation week, and it's good until Sunday. Yeah, strike that. Because I was going to do the stenciling first, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, you technically could do the stenciling first, but again, let's just run it through first and then go from there. But yes, you do want the glossy finishing glaze, and this one we're actually going to cut out as a heart, but you want the glossy finishing glaze because that is what is going to adhere to your to your foil. Oil, foil, tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato. Okay. Okay, magical shattered glass. Okay, yep, that's the right one. I'm just trying to go back through comments. Magical shattered glass, finishing the glass. Yep, that's it. I have to get the shattered glass is incredible. Just waiting for this to heat up, my friends. Okay, and we're all heated up. Look at the rainbow on the shattered glass. I mean, isn't it incredible? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this right on top. Okay, and I'm just going to send it through the machine without a carrier sheet. Because of how heavy duty this cardstock is, it shouldn't hurt anything. Isn't it cool? Okay. Okay. We're going to let it sit for a second. All right. Well, that's already cool. That's wild. Okay, so let's move this and let's do. Are you ready for the big reveal? This is always. Oh wait, hold on. Are you ready? I should ask if you're ready. Are you all ready? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Look at the ghosts. Now, if those aren't the jolliest little ghosts you ever did see. Now, you can see there's a little bit of because I use pixie spray, so there's a little bit around here. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and unplug this. Whoa! Oh my goodness gracious. Clean up aisle 3. Clean up. I just spilled my... This is why I shouldn't be allowed to have a drink in here. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. I have plenty of paper towels. I just tried... I think I've told you guys about this before. The plug that's on... There's like a plug that's attached to my desk. It is attached to, it's the coolest thing. I got it from Amazon. I love it. But the problem is, it holds the plugs a little too well, if that makes sense. It really holds the plugs in place. And because of that, every time I try to pull a plug out, it's a nightmare. They fly everywhere, as you just saw. So, that's what just happened. We're just going to do a little quick cleanup. We're live. It's just what happens when you're live, but no big deal. We are not going to cry over spilled Diet Pepsi. I am tearing up the studio. I really am. I really am. It's okay, though. Just need some paper towels, that's all. Probably needed a little cleanup over here anyway. It was probably due. Honestly, it was time. We'll just use a little bit of squeaky clean. It's gonna smell delicious. We'll use the no, let's use this one. This was my favorite. No? Oh yeah. I know, I need to get one of those drink holders. I've seen them. I need to get one. Where do you get it at? Just on Amazon? Is it on Amazon? I know it wasn't. Thank goodness. It was not. In the great Pepsi spill of 2024. It was the ghost that probably knocked it over, to tell you the truth. That darn ghost. It was all, yeah. It was, okay, it was. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to place this here. And we lost our other square, but luckily I designed it, so I know exactly where it should be. So no big deal. Let me grab my microfiber cloth. And we're just going to, this is just going to be a bonus one. Because you know, anybody that's been with me for a while, I used to make 6x6 cards like every day. Literally every day. I would make 6x6 cards. It's my favorite type of card to make. So we'll say that's lined up good enough. I mean, it's really not a big deal. If somebody comes after you saying that you did not line up your stencil correctly, don't give them the card. Say, give me that back. You're not allowed to have that card. Give it back. All right, so we're just going to go in and we're going to blend. And this is going to make the foil even more dramatic, because the Raven ink isn't going to fully cover over top of it. I mean, it's going to give us a dark overhang, but it's not going to completely, you would have to use like a StazOn ink to get it fully covered, and I would not suggest a StazOn ink for this type of, okay. You said, I mean, to send that, oh my goodness, after, oh, that's okay. That's all right. All right. So ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. So there we go. So there's our little ghosts. And as you can see, this is the kind of ghost card I want to give, right? You too? Thought so. All right. So now we're going to grab our final stencil. Oh, it's in the sink. One moment. I was like, oh no, it's hanging up. I was like, where did I put that? Where did I put that final stencil? I know I did something with it. Okay. So that is, right, they're ready for a disco. Now you can do your ghosts however you would like. If you want to use just the, like I can show you, hold on. I don't know if we're even gonna, well, we'll get a card made, don't worry. But I want to show you this too. So let me do this real quick. Let me get this popped on top of here so that you can see how this is supposed to be. Nope. Did I do it upside down? That's not it either. That's it. Whoopsies. Let me just get let me get this one finalized. Can you ink then glaze? You sure can. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you because the thing is, I'm having so much fun with this darn stencil. And I have a feeling I'm going to continue to have fun with this darn stencil because it just makes me so happy. So we'll do some pink this time and some of the guppy. Because I mean, really, what are Halloween colors? I mean, this year, out and about while I've been shopping, I learned very quickly that there's no such thing as Halloween colors. There's just Halloween shapes and characters, because every color you could imagine this year is our different Halloween stuff. So I love that. So I'm going to do some guppy. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to use the glitter glaze. Well, let me get this one completed first because I'm going to go ahead. This is the one that we're probably going to use to make the card. But I just love this stencil. Okay. Because it just makes it so easy. So now we're going to 1, 2, 3, go. So now it's all filled in. See how it creates a heart now? See that? And now it's all filled in. You're usually going to want to wait for your ink to dry on top of your ghosts before you do this, but it is what it is. So we'll place that to the side, and I'm going to show you the card we're going to make in a second. But first, I want to show you how you can use just your... You can use you can use the layers in whatever layering that you would like. Does that make sense? You can layer them however in whatever order that you would like to layer them. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop down. We're going to do this layer first this time. Okay. And we're going to grab our pen. We'll use our pencil. And we will go ahead and add our ink. There should be plenty of ink on here that we don't have to dip back into the ink. So we're just going to go in and add our ink. All the way around and from every angle. This was such a fun stencil to enjoy, to design. It was definitely a brain teaser, though, I can tell you that, because it was not easy. Christopher pulled some extra products from the bag. I did. So now we're going to pop this up. So now that's what your base looks like without your actual ghosts, right? So, oh yes, you could absolutely do that. That's perfect. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the layer that goes on top. So see how that layer is perfectly on top of there? I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot, toot. Toot, toot. I cannot believe how perfectly, I mean, it's almost like I should be doing this for a living. So that is on top of there. Yes, you could do that as well. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of our glitter glaze. This is a clear glitter glaze. Remember, alabaster is a white glitter glaze, and the fallen snow is a clear glitter glaze. I know, right? Well, that was part of the process of trying to get it perfect. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to go over top, and I have a feeling that we're going to have a lot of fun with this stencil for weeks to come. You're going to add your okay. Let me clean this off. And I'm sure you can get the idea of what's going to happen here, right? I mean, this glitter glaze. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. Look at those ghosts. I'm going to have to go throw this in the sink again, but let me show you before I do that what we have here. We'll have more on the way, don't worry. Now, is that not a glitter glaze? I mean, come on. clean my stencil real quick. Hold on, everybody. Okay. All clean. Aren't those ghosts beautiful? Yeah, Fallen Snow is... Yeah, put a Santa hat on them. I mean, you could do little birthday things. I mean, again, I know a lot of my friends love ghosts all year round just as much as I do. So fun and so simple. So that is what they'll look like. I mean, can you get over that? I mean, gorgeous. I mean, and I thought that this, so here's the 3 that we've done so far. This one I can't put the fill-in pieces yet, only because obviously that's still wet. It'll dry pretty quick though. It dries pretty good. But I'm excited tomorrow to, because once this dries back, you'll be able to see the black behind it better. But obviously it's not going to be great to go through and try to add that color on top. It's not going to work super well. All right. So this is the one that we're going to make our card out of, okay? Well, we have so many that I've been working with today. I mean, so simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut around this. It's not really, I don't really want to call it fussy cutting because it's really, I'm just cutting around kind of the heart shape. And Heather so graciously cut out she actually physically cut out the ghosts for me, but unfortunately we lost them in the Pepsi incident. So I'm just going to go around and just very carefully, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going for a heart shape here. And no matter how you cut it out, we should see that heart shape. But again, this is a ghost heart, so it's not going to be perfect. And what a cool idea of a card to give to someone that shares the love for Halloween as much as you do, right? The Great Pepsi Flood of 24. I know, right? Right. It was an incident. It really was. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of the pumpkin pie glitter stock. For the ink blend, I used, for which one? I think that's going to look so good on there. Oh, the first one I used Roar and Crown Me. So I'm going to use this perfect blend pre-cut, pre-scored card bases. These are the 6x6 ones because we're doing a square card. And we are going to cut down our paper, our glitter stock, to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 to give ourselves a little. Actually, let's do a little more than that because I want to use some of this Jawbreaker paper because this reminds me so much of, like, I don't know, Halloween with the candy, and I think that this shade that has the orange would work really well because it has like a lot of the colors in there. So we'll start with this guy in the background. The Jawbreaker paper is one of my absolute favorites, and I love 6x6 cards. I really do. I always have. Again, if you guys have been with me for a long time, you've probably seen me do some 6x6 cards. So pop that on the front there. We're not going to see a whole lot of it because we'll do 5.5 by 5.5 square, and then this guy will get popped up, and then I just think it's going to look so cool. We don't have a sentiment for it yet. I didn't have a chance to grab a stamp set for a sentiment, but I'm sure in your stash you have a ton of Halloween, probably from us, that you can use. Okay. So that's going to go right there. And then this will get popped up right in the center. And I just love that so much. I love it. But you could also do these ghosts and you could cut them out like Heather did for me. I'll show you. I think one might have been, oh yeah, this one is kind of, but see how you can cut them out and use them? Yes, you could use a Pip Stick sticker. I don't know that we have many that are sentiments, but that would work. So there's our beautiful pumpkin pie glitter stock. You know how much we all love the glitter stock. I mean, I know I do, and I think most of you do too. And now, we are going to use our Gigundo foam to pop this puppy up. There's our little ghosts. And again, you would add your sentiment kind of maybe down here in the corner. You don't have to cut it out as a heart. You could take this. We'll pretend that you could put this on top, put your sentiment there. I like the idea of the heart. I mean, there's just so many different things you can do with this stencil that I wanted to kind of show you as many as we possibly could, because I really love this stencil. And I'm hoping that all of you love it too. It looks like you do because a lot of you have ordered it. So thank you so much for that. So do we have any other questions? Any other questions? Oh, the black glue. Oh my goodness. Back down. So the black glue, I'll use the black glue on. Oh no, I don't have. I don't have one that I can, because this one isn't completely dry yet. I'll just show you the black glue. How about that? So we have our new... How much will fit on an A2? That's an excellent question. One moment, please. So I'll take an A2 size sheet of acetate. This is what I always do to check. And let me pop this on the front here for you. So if you're doing the A2 this size, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Can you see how much will fit on there? You can see, there you go. Quite a bit. And then if you do it this way, that much will fit. So you're not going to cut off a whole lot. You won't cut off a whole lot of there. Okay. All right. So the black glue, this is how the kit comes. So it's basically our black glue that we've had for a long time, but in a much larger size because everybody said they wanted more of it. So it took us a while to get it. And then we have our new microfine, super microfine glitter in Raven. So the way that this would work, especially on these cards, is we have this new container. See how it twists up? So it's got a pretty good tip on it. So you're just going to add your black glue. Make sure you clean off the tip of that. And then you can add your glitter. The reason, one of the main reasons that we did this is because when you're using a dark glitter or a dark adjacent glitter on a project, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So here's the glitter on the Brutus Monroe black glue. And this works really, really, really well for your like Halloween projects. You can pop it on. I mean, there's so much you can do. And also it's great for layering your darker cardstock. So this is what it looks like. Can you see how gorgeous in full coverage that is? Whoopsies. It's going to be hard to see on camera, but it's shining, shimmering, splendid. Now, if you were to use a white glue, now this could be any white glue. Let's use the Nuvo because that's going to give me a much larger... So now if I use the Nuvo glue, I'm trying to get like the same amount of glue out. There we go. And we put some glitter on top of that. As this starts to dry, it's going to be really hard to see on camera, but you can see through the white. You can see the white through. And again, it's very hard to see. You just have to see it in real life. It almost makes the glitter look lighter because you really want that dark base. It's kind of like when they tell you when you're going to glitter something to paint the background a dark color first. Oh no, once it dries, once this dries, it stays black. But it just makes it's such a better base for your glitter. Okay? How many times can you heat resistant acetate? Like 3 times for each layer of the stencil? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you just want to be careful. Obviously, when you're heating the acetate, you want to do, three different signs. The smell of it. If it smells like it's burning or it's too much, then halt. You want to also look at it. Look at the physical. Is it bubbling? Is it turning? Is something not looking correctly? And listen. If your heat resistant acetate starts crackling, you've held it on too long. So those are the three things. Look at it. Look to see if it's bubbling or something isn't looking correct. Smell it. Smell the air to see if you can smell burnt plastic. It's been on way too long. And the listening. Listen to make sure that it does not sound like it's crackling, because then something is definitely wrong. Yeah, once the white glue dries clear, you don't have any more volume, so you're gonna have like a whole bunch of bald patches. I mean, I guess that's not a great term to use, but you're gonna have a whole bunch of little openings and patches where the black glue will fill in. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, use your senses, Kate. That is all you need to do. And look at how fun these ghosts are. I love them so much. And I think I might actually turn this into a gatefold card. I don't know yet. I had no card plan for tonight. Zero. I had zero card plan. But I knew that I wanted to use this stencil, within an inch of its life. And we have so many different examples now that we can use to make different cards. And I love this so much. So this is the ghost. This is probably going to be one of my favorite ones. I can't wait for this to dry tomorrow. I love it so much. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I am throwing this away or putting this at least over here right now before it gets all over everything. Thank you so much. Oh, an easel card. Yeah, do you have our easy easel die? That would be cool. Maybe we could try that. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is simply a memory or your own ending. I love you very much, and I cannot wait to see you all. Probably tomorrow during the live packing. I know they have a special treat that's been planned for you. So I will see you all